Hello and welcome to a new video. As you can see, it's a mystery parcel of all. I can give you a clue that it's video game related, but you can see that it looks rather dirty and rather battered. And this is because as of the 1st of September, I've only just got the item. Now what I mean by that is I had placed a pre-order for this particular item, which I've been waiting for over a year in terms of the actual release of the actual item, and it was released last week. And I thought it a bit strange how I haven't, or should I say hadn't, received the item. So I contacted the site. They said to me that the item had been delivered, and they gave me a tracking number, and then it said it was delivered in a safe place, which it actually wasn't, via the raw mail. And then it was left outside near my around my property. So it's been out there. So it was left outside my property, around my property, on the 28th of August, and obviously today is the 1st of September. So it's been out there for a few days. And then what makes it worse is on the 29th, the following day, is that it was pouring out in rain. So I'm hoping that the item itself is not damaged, and I will be complaining to the raw mail. And I know it's not my regular postman, because I've known the guy for years. He always makes sure he sticks around once he's rang the doorbell to make sure we're in. If he sees me and my family out and about early, he then will give me my parcels, anything that I've ordered. And worst case scenario is that he'll give it to my neighbours, and then my neighbours end up give it to me, and he'll leave me a card saying it was dropped off. But it's when you get these rogue postmen that don't deliver stuff properly, where it kind of becomes a problem. So without further ado, we shall unbox the item, and I pray to God that it's not actually damaged in any shape or form. Already I can hear the boxes rattling around. And thank God it isn't damaged. And it's of the game Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater Delta, or whatever you want to pronounce it. Or Metal Gear Solid Delta. And this is the day one edition, so I don't know what the difference is. Obviously, this is a remake of the original Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater that was released on the PlayStation 3. Can't remember, on the PlayStation 2, I think. Yeah, PlayStation 2. And I can't remember of which if it was released on the Xbox consoles, which I don't remember if it actually was. So I can't exactly remember if it was. Now with the day one edition, I don't know what extra goodies that you kind of get with it. There is a deluxe version of this game available, but obviously you have to pay more, which I wasn't not willing to kind of do. So I'm not going to be doing that. And it is available on PlayStation 5, obviously PC and Xbox as well. And then digitally on the Xbox Series S, so that's available there. Again, as I said before, I can hear the game kind of rattling around, which is annoying. Again, I'm just really surprised and lucky that the actual, of all the, you can see here the state of the box. You can see obviously the dirt and where it's been wet. That luckily the game itself wasn't damaged in any shape or form. In terms of obviously water getting in, sorry, there's a bit of dirt, debris from the actual parcel itself. That was so disappointing from the raw mail when people do it, because obviously when they're leaving it in dodgy places, right? For example, you know, you get people walking past and anybody can see a parcel still. And we live in a day and age now where people are not honest enough. If they see a parcel, to leave it alone. It doesn't belong to them. If they think they can take something and pull off past one, then the thing is they will. Metal Gear Solid 3, the original one on the PlayStation 2, for me was one of my favourite games. I do have a special edition version of Metal Gear Solid 3 for the PS2, which I've already shown the second one, I think. So I will be, I haven't filmed that one, so I definitely will be doing that at some point. And again, it's a like-for-like remake, so basically uses the same voice samples from Metal Gear Solid 3, and even the motion capture is exactly the same, which is obviously just with much better graphics. And I think they apparently meant to be adding some new modes to the game as well, so bear that in mind. But as I said before, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater was one of my favorite games. It says, the core experience of the original evolved. Experience the iconic origin of Metal Gear Solid remade for a new generation. A sweeping tale of rescue, espionage, betrayal, and global politics that places you as Naked Snake in the crucible of history. It's a one-player, 75 gigs minimum. Vibration function and trigger effect supported, and it's PS5 Pro enhanced. And to see what it says about the day one edition, the day one edition includes the white tuxedo uniform for Snake, and there's some other things in there, but I can't see what it says. But when I take pardon me, when we take the plastic off, we'll probably get a better indication of what it actually says. But I think the only thing that you'll get is the white tuxedo suit, which doesn't kind of really bother me. With the deluxe, obviously you're going to get a lot more stuff, but again, I'm not going to pay the £89 for it that they wanted, which, you know, it's going to be, the game's already expensive as it is, but I'm not going to be paying that kind of money for the deluxe version of it, unless, oh sorry, I just dropped my scissors. There's some things, well, like example, these Zelda games, which one of them I still haven't showcased yet, of what I was given that. So those are the word deluxe and just special editions, but I don't tend to kind of buy them. As long as I get the main game, that's the main important thing. We shall unbox this, and I'm building up my PS5 collection now. Just wish I could do it with a lot more with my Switch 1 and Switch 2, especially the Switch 1, because the games don't seem to drop down in price, or much harder to get bargains. And we've got that there. And then we can properly read this, what it says at the back. It says the white tuxedo uniform for Snake includes a PSN voucher code for the white tuxedo uniform for Snake. And you also need a internet connection, as it says here, to be able to redeem the code. And it says the code, see when it expires. I think it expires on the 28th of the 8th, 2035, I think. Something like that. It's just, it looks like to me. Maybe have a closer look. Yeah, it is 2035, so that's the code is valid for 10 years. That's if we're still playing consoles by then. And he said you must be 18 years or over, as it applies. We'll open up the game, because obviously it's going to have the code in there as well. And the disc, as I thought, was rattling around. Luckily there's no damage. Put the code to one side. But yeah, as you can see, all you get is the code for the tuxedo, and you got that brand new video game smell. Just kind of cool. That's all you kind of get for tuxedo. I'm gonna take the game there, and then behind there you got some artwork there, so that's pretty cool that you get an artwork, but it's not really a reversible cover. Well, at least don't think it really is, or maybe it is. Well, not really. So we go back there. So that's Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. So yeah, really glad that it's finally out, because obviously we're waiting for it for over a year for it to be released. And then it was because and then I only pre-ordered like I think a few months ago. So yeah, I'm just finally glad that I've actually got it. And obviously under the circumstances where the parcel was left outside, luckily, because there was heavy rain for a good few hours. You pardon the pun from the video game. On the day after, and the parcel was left. So I'm just thankful that it wasn't actually damaged. So this is a Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater for the PlayStation 5, and this one is the Day 1 edition.